Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Void campaign on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're continuing on with Emissary of Eternity, or rather, Essence of Eternity, in the StarCraft 2 Epilogue campaign. Kerrigan is not done downloading the Phoenix evolution yet, so we're still waiting on that, as we are attempting very slowly to attempting very roughly to fend off Amon's Void forces. I keep looking around the map to make sure that there aren't any other Void catalysts spawning around, because Void catalysts specifically bolster their forces a bit more than I realistically have the ability to deal with.
Look at these lollygaggers in the corner. Got 20%. Oh, here comes two forces.
Attack soon. Defend them, Jim.
I really should have more than one SCV down here for repairing the battle cruisers, and I should have some SCVs over here to repair these stationary battle cruisers as well, but I don't.
So is the disappointing thing that Amon is actually using Ouroboros as a puppet to get us to do his bidding?
No, the disappointing thing is a bit spoilery. I'm gonna wait until after the mission in order to go over my my personal feelings about it. But yeah, there is a disappointing thing that's going to happen at the end of this mission.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
All right.
It's the cinematography is gonna say it's a really cool thing, but it's not as cool as it thinks it is.
I mean, I'm ready to forgive the game that they're gonna kill off Kerrigan again. Like seriously, this character has been in and out of it so many
get
times.
Back,
like,
no!
You know, I mean, all you gotta do is just go to a portion of the game when she was still alive and she still had her wits about her. Well, you're gonna have to get better accuracy than that, Mr. Battle Cruiser Operator. Drake.
Yeah, the battle cruiser pilots most certainly look like Drake from the Emerald Elite 4.
It's probably like the second or third time that I've brought that up since we started playing
I think
StarCraft.
it's only the first, but then again, we've been doing StarCraft 2 for so long that maybe you did bring it up more times.
Alright.
12% left. We should only need to fend off one more assault. Mind you, it's one of the bigger. Damn it! They throw more thrashers at us. There and there. Come on, past cadets. Generate some more Marines. You need the bunkers.
Checkpoint reached.
See? You don't have enough bunkers down there.
Okay, we're doing okay. We were 20 units fewer only like 3 minutes, 3 in-game minutes
damn it,
ago.
they got a Void Catalyst in the Void Zones. I can't kill the Void Catalyst while they're in the Void Zones, because while you're in the Void Zones, your units take yes.
Move, damn it.
Battle cruisers are still fucking slow.
That'll be his first reaction, sure. No, don't attack the back. Oh, you're attacking the possessed Thors in the background. I'm actually kind of glad that despite how, like, obscured and perverted these units look, I can still kind of tell what they are.
Because thankfully in StarCraft 2, every unit has a relatively distinct silhouette.
Yeah, and everything else is just skins and textures.
Yeah. Yeah, this was me attempting to use patrol on my battle cruisers, but the problem with patrol battle cruisers is that their attack range, although is not variable, is not consistent. You know, it's really weird to try and describe the problem with that patrolling units actually have. They have. It's a problem that was in StarCraft 1 as well, to be perfectly honest, where patrolling units would have would behave differently, depending on factors that weren't exactly obvious.
Well, better investigate. I mean, the game only gives you like numerous visual and auditory alerts that some arenas need attention more than others.
Come on.
All right,
Okay,
big baddies
we did
are
it.
down.
Whew.
Oh yeah, and all that excitement. I wasn't even paying attention. Nah, bullshit. They did not get that close. Come on.
They did not.
We were kicking some serious ass.
That's it. I have nearly all of the Zelnaga's essence.
I have been honored to serve you, my queen.
Sequel bait.
The swarm is yours, Zagara. Remember our lessons.
I shall.
It is time.
In the event that we do get StarCraft 3, I really do hope that Zagara ends up being the queen of the swarm.
Well, I mean, it would certainly set it apart from the other two StarCrafts.
With the last of our essence,
A new eternity dawns.
This guy reminds me of one of the Daedric princes from Oblivion, the hideous
He's supposed
one.
to, because again, the
Hermaeus
Zelnaga
Mora.
are Cthulhuids. And the Daedric princes, despite being demons, are effectively Cthulhuids.
When you read the Book of Everything, all of your skills get just a little bit better.
So who is your favorite X-Man, Mr. Cloud?
Wolverine?
Hey, Jean Grey.
Oh, babe.
So yeah, the plot twist is that when Kerrigan becomes a Zelnaga, she effectively becomes Jean Grey from the X-Men. This is in fact the resolution of the Dark Phoenix saga.
These moments together.
Where Jean Grey decides to sacrifice herself because she can't realistically control the Phoenix Force inside of her in order to, you know, make the universe a better place. This doesn't work, for the record.
We have to go now, Jim.
And for the
Jim,
record,
you've
it
already
doesn't
had
work
to say
here
goodbye to
either.
our watch.
Just, you know, it sounds like it should work.
You've had lots of practice for this moment.
once and for all.
Yep. Now go.
And whoosh!
Fly, Phoenix, fly.
For the record, that part of the cutscene is not technically canon.
Praise the sun.
Yes, that is in fact an intentional Dark Souls 1 reference. I don't know why it's here,
Is
but
it?
it is.
2009 has already passed?
Well,
Wait,
yes, 'cause
2011
Legacy
has
of the
already
Void
passed?
doesn't come out until fucking 2016.
Yeah.
See beyond the flow of space and time.
Oh my god, she's become a narrator.
Yes.
I don't know if I deserve redemption for what I've done. But our universe.
Oh, we get to play a super powerful Phoenix Wings Angel Kerrigan. Nice.
We do get to play as Phoenix Kerrigan, and Phoenix Kerrigan is indeed extremely powerful. What she is not is satisfying, because despite being super powerful, she is still a glass cannon. It's just that her glass is, you know, reinforced several times.
6-6 with flying, but dice of removal.
No, hell, 6-6 was flying, but dies to double bolt effectively.
Eradicate the darkness with the light.
You may notice that there's resource nodes here. There's a reason for that.
Well, yeah, because the game engine is already loaded. It's going to fade to black, and then boom, we got a base and workers.
You have never faced anything like me.
Never faced anything like you before, baby.
Sarah, Artanis and I are in position, and we're not leaving. So don't even say it. Now, what's the plan?
We're gonna have the least effective climax in all of RTS history. That's the plan.
But They are also his weakness. When they leave him,
Like,
to
did the
charge
Sonic
them,
games,
they become
Sonic
vulnerable.
Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic 06, do they really need a final boss gauntlet? Was the material leading up to this epilogue, was that not satisfactory enough?
Bring his barrier down.
I argue that Sonic Adventure 2's epilogue is actually worth going through, despite the fact that BioLizard sucks as a fight.
Let's get going.
Final boss music is pretty kick-ass, though.
It is. So we get to play as a Zerg, and we get to play as a Zerg that's got automated extractors, and that is effectively the only thing I know about this faction, aside the fact that we get access to Hydralisks and Mutalisks. Everyone and their mother was disappointed when this came out, including, well, not necessarily my mom, because I didn't talk to my mom about StarCraft, but there's a specific reason why everyone's disappointed about this mission. As Kerrigan mentioned, we're not actually fighting Amon here. I mean, he's a very important map presence, most certainly, but what we're actually doing here is we're exploding the crystals that are floating around the map.
Right, Voldemort's Horcruxes, go on.
And that's it. That's the entire mission. There are 7 crystals that are floating around the map. We have to build up a strong enough force in order to have either Kerrigan or our force itself take them out. And then the mission's over.
So,
Kerrigan has the ability
what?
with Celestial Beam to take down a good portion of the crystals on her own, especially because she gets the solar nuke as well. That's what is currently on E. She gets Mend, she gets a creep teleport, she gets Celestial Beam, she doesn't technically have flying, but she's effectively flying, The big reason why everyone's disappointed about this is because this is actually effective. This is honestly one of the easiest goddamn missions that has ever been in a Blizzard RTS. Kerrigan is so goddamn overtuned thanks to Mend and her nuke that, assuming you don't do what I did, it is very difficult for her to actually die. The thing is, yes, as Pascaret mentions, oops. The thing is, these constructs specifically are here to make it so that Kerrigan has a lot of problems going throughout the map. They are not really that big of an issue because she can Celestial Beam them down. And also, the constructs are effectively only here to prevent Kerrigan from moving around. They don't really affect your the massive Mutalisks that you'll be using. Because, yes, you're going to mass Mutalisks. You don't really have the other option that Zerg has for this is Hydralisks. And Hydralisks, although are great on the defensive end, are not good at taking down the crystals themselves. The first time I did this, I went with Kerrigan as a primary support unit with mass Hydralisks, and it takes about 20 minutes still, but it's definitely doable. There isn't really a good challenge for this mission, and it's not really built, and there isn't really anything to build up for this mission. If you build a 200 power Mutalisk force, it will effectively do the entire mission on its own.
All right, now let's send Kerrigan into Suicide Bomb.
No, well, here's the thing: since Artanis already has this crystal half dead, we can just Celestial Ray it down, and it'll explodificate.
So yeah, you should be motivated to just spam Kerrigan as often as you can. Dying is of no consequence. Hell, you don't even have a fail state. Okay. So because this is still a StarCraft game, of course, if every last one of your bases and workers gets destroyed, then you lose the game. But yeah, that's not going to happen in this mission.
It's not, because the one thing that they that they try to do to have that attempt to happen is about halfway through the mission, a scripted event happens that you will have to deal with for the rest of the mission. But honestly, even with that scripted event, you're pretty much always going to have enough resources in order to deal with what Amon is throwing at you. Unfortunately, I expanded a bit too early here, but in the next episode, we will finish the epilogue. Be safe, everyone.